Welcome back on the We Are Centurion Live channel here on YouTube. And also, please make sure that you subscribe if you're a new viewer, and there on our Facebook pages. Also like Basileia and the Street Shower pages. With me is Stephen Smith. It's your first Street Shower.
It is.
And wonderful to see how many new people we have on this specific Street Shower here in Centurion. Stephen, you've been walking around a little bit and see and engage and so forth. Your first impressions?
There's obviously a lot of hurt and pain in this area, and I can see that people are really struggling. So the first thing that I did notice is when they come in, they feel free. They feel like there's something different here. You can look around, you can see people are smiling, they're having fun, they're being served properly, so it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
And right here behind us, Stephen, is the shower guys. These guys have just had their haircut. We will go there just now, and they are here to get a shower, and I can see that things are moving. You know, you and me watching and talking this morning are so privileged to have a shower at least, if I may say, once a week.
Yeah.
Some of these people haven't had showers in years.
Months and years, yeah. Yeah.
Stephen, what a privilege for us.
Absolutely.
But how bad can it be that if you're in this state, sitting here on the street, and then you revert to other things to get your mind off it?
And what does it do to your mental state? I mean, you've got no hope, you've got nowhere to go, you've got no one to speak to, and we've got an opportunity. People can come, they can get groomed, showered, clean clothes, and we've got a counseling station where we can actually chat to people.
Stephen also serves at one of our newly planted churches here in Centurion, Free Church. I'm also involved there at one of the stations that he has, so talking about stations, I don't need to say much. He knows how that happens.
Yeah.
But this is more than giving food today.
Yeah. We're here to speak into people's lives, to just listen to the stories, to love people, and I think the biggest thing is sometimes people just want to be able to tell someone that cares, this is where I'm at, and that's part of the gospel. Just hearing people out, seeing them as people, and loving on them. Yeah.
Yet, Stephen, we still have people that find it tough to get out of their comfort zone to come and serve in a place like this today. What has made you comfortable to come and serve here?
So I work in the addiction recovery space, and I've learned to say yes. So I say yes when there's an opportunity, I say yes, and then I learn how to do it later on. And what that has done in my life, it's changed me around. It got me out of depression, anxiety, out of lonely places, and I get to give back. And yeah, it's grown me tremendously.
So if there's a listener today saying, I want to serve, what would your only thing be to say to them, why should they come and serve at an event like this?
My anxiety disappeared in the service of others.
Amen.
Yeah.
And there's healing in serving.
Yeah,
you guys should hear the testimonies that we hear from the volunteers at the end of a day like this. So Stephen, thanks for sharing your heart this morning. And God's going to do tremendous stuff also there at your counseling station and where you are busy. Just keep on pressing in.
Absolutely.
And God provides through the Spirit what you should be doing. So thank you very much for voicing your heart this morning with our viewers. Thanks, Stephen.
Great.
Thank you.
Cool.
Right. We will be moving on to the next station. And right here on our right-hand side, we have, I would say, a remarkable woman who has this heart of Jesus in Mark 16, where Jesus washes the feet of his disciples. And here these ladies have taken up that challenge and washing the feet of our people who come from the street. And these women are sitting here without any worries, doing this to the honor and glory of Jesus Christ. Jesus said, I've washed your feet, you should be doing the same. And these ladies has not been disobedient, they took it up and be obedient from the start to wash the feet of people.
Ah,
Esther,
Hello, hello.
why would you do what you're doing?
English or Afrikaans?
Afrikaans, why would you do this?
Die Here het dit seker vir my gebring. Ek is nog altyd lief om my mense se voete te werk. En dis al lank wat ek met die gedagte loop en ek daar's 'n groot behoefte by ou mense dink ek dat mense ook aan hulle voete val, soos reg begin ouer huise. En ek dink ek is in die diep kant te gegooi om dit in 'n street shower te doen. Maar dit is vir my lekker en dit is vir my ek weet hoeveel is dit vir my lekker as ek my eie voete vry voel of my vriendinne se, want ek doen dit ook graag vir my vriendinne. En dis vir my lekker.
Is julle is spesiaal hier geplaas deur die Here en dankie dat jy gehoorsaam was.
Dankie.
Dankie Esther. Enjoy. And here behind us, you will see that people are getting ministered to in groups of 2, 1, single individuals being listened to, and they've been sharing the gospel with them. This is the ministering section, and people are ministered to one-on-one, and the gospel of Jesus is coming through in a powerful, powerful way. And I would like to grab someone here, our newly planted church that we have been referring to, Gareth, and we're going to ask him a bit of his view on what he has this morning. May I intervene? Gareth, we're live here on our YouTube channel called We Are Centurion TV.
Hey, come on, man. Live now.
Yes, and this is a channel that was developed through a partnership a few years ago on a guy who's behind the camera saying that Centurion should know of events more often.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
especially events like this.
Yes.
So here we are this morning. It's your first time here at the street shower, or a street shower, and specifically here in Centurion. What would you want to say? What's on your heart when the viewers are listening this morning to a street shower, you here at the ministering station, and anything on your heart that you want to share with them?
I think, Andrew, just to say, what are you still doing there? Come on, get signed up for the next street shower. It's been an absolutely incredible morning so far. Gathering together with 172 volunteers, I think, this morning, from not only from Centurion, but all over the place, and just being together this morning, singing together, praying together, watching the sunrise together, having a communion moment, and things are just happening. I mean, I think, Andrew, you're running a tight ship here. People are starting to move through. We've had our first group of people through the ministering station, and just hearing some of the stories, the struggles and things people are dealing with, and just the ability to share hope and release life to people. Absolutely incredible.
What would you say to people on the other side of the camera this morning? Why should they get out of their comfort zone and serve? Serve in a place like this, where it's a bit uncomfortable.
It can be a little bit uncomfortable, but I think most people want to grow. Generally, if you ask people, do you want to see growth in your life? And that comes through serving, it comes through being uncomfortable. No one ever grew by stepping out of their comfort zone. So although it can be uncomfortable, a little bit of discomfort, as you embrace that, actually you grow. And there's blessing in that. So we do it not for that reason, that's kind of a byproduct. The main reason we do it, and my encouragement would be to you, if you follow Jesus, it's his mandate to us to be his hands and feet. And if we look at the story of Jesus, what he did, he ministered to the poor and the broken. He was out there amongst the people, and really doing this is doing what Jesus did.
Amen.
So we do what Jesus did, but also there's a blessing in it for us as we grow through it. And we get to hear testimonies and stories of God's goodness and things that we'll get to share, carry with us from here on out.
Thanks for serving here at the ministering station, you yourself this morning, and that you are bringing the gospel in your own way to people, not only destitute, but so bound by the challenges that they sit with every day. So thank you for being obedient, I would say, firstly, and just sharing what God has placed in your heart to people that are so far from where they're supposed to.
It's a privilege, honor to be here, really it is.
Thank you, Gareth. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to move on to some of the other stations here. And here behind us, we have our CV station. And these guys are busy compiling a CV for individuals. And they have a nice little photo that have been captured of them. And here we have Arthur. He's busy interviewing and finding all the necessary details so that they can laminate it and give it back to, what is your name? Zakele. And you're going to get a CV that you can use and can show people this is your skill. Remarkable. Welcome and glad you are here with us. Okay. So this is our CV section, and you'll see a lot of ladies also getting interviewed here. Our interviewers are also busy doing that, and this is how we set up a CV station. Here behind the interviewers are ladies on computers, and they're printing out the CVs for them with a color photo, and the people will see themselves again when they hand this out a little bit later. En hierso staan ons by Bianca. Sy is ons koördineerder van die CV-stasie. Bianca, kom nou al 'n lang pad saam met die street shower en jy het hierdie ene op jouself geneem en jy koördineer dit. Sê eers gou-gou vir daai kykers wat vanoggend na ons luister. Hoekom doen jy wat jy doen by 'n CV-stasie?
Dis lekker. Dis lekker om vir die Here iets terug te gee wat ek weet nie hoe sê dit nie. My bespot dit nie.
En jou mensies wat jy hier het aangekom van heine en verre. Ek weet nie hoeveel van die ouens is nie, hoeveel van hulle is oud nie, maar dit ingeval en julle kon alles bymekaar maak wat julle nodig gehad het.
Ja nee, ons is aan die gang. Hulle kom reg op spoed. So ja.
Terwyl die kamera so 'n bietjie hier na die kant toe gaan en mensies afneem en lekker op die kamera glimlag, Megan, hoe werk julle proses hierso vir 'n ou wat hier deurkom met 'n CV, om 'n CV te kry? Hoe die proses wat julle deurgaan met hulle?
Okay, ons gaan eers die mense na die dames toe met die rekenaars. Sit hulle details in, vat 'n fotootjie, print dit uit, dan gaan hulle na die volgende stapie toe waar hulle nou mooi deurgaan deur die CV's en wat ook al en dan lamineer ons dit.
En sê vir my, hoe ervaar die mense wat dit kry, wat 'n CV in sy hand is? Wat sien jy? Hoe sien jy hulle gesiggies?
Smiles. Hulle is rarig.
Wonderlike werk wat julle hierso doen om ons mense ook op so 'n wyse hoop te gee as mense wat hulle help om 'n CV te kan doen. Gaan voort Bianca, dankie. Baie dankie. En ons gaan hier na die haarafdeling toe stap. Ek dink voor ons by die haarafdeling stap, ons sien ons eerste gaste wat gaan aansit vir 'n ete. Hulle kos word bedien hierso. En ons gaan gou 'n jonge dame wat hierdie ding aan die gang het, Ariel. Ons wil gou met jou 'n geselsie doen asseblief. Sy gaan net haar werkie voltooi. En hierdie noem ons die banketarea. Jesus het vir ons gesê in Lukas 16, gaan nooi die mense uit vir 'n banket en laat hulle kom eet. Ariel, is julle opgewonde oor wat julle hier sien en wat julle hier doen? Hoe voel julle om te doen wat julle doen vandag?
Baie opgewonde om te sien en te voel wat ons doen hierso. Dit is 'n ongelooflike ervaring om te sien hoe hulle gesigte so wonderlik oplig wanneer hulle die warm bord kos voor hulle sien. Dit is ongelooflik.
Okay. Ariel, wat kry hulle om te eet vandag? Wat kry hulle om te drink?
Hulle kry koffie en tee en 'n bietjie water en dan het hulle gemaak uit die kombuis uit pap en vleis.
Okay. En dit lyk asof hierdie mense nie kan wag om hulle kossies te eet nie.
Hulle is altyd baie opgewonde en hulle het 'n bederfie vandag. Hulle kry 'n cupcake elkeen van hulle.
Pragtig. Ariel, julle is nou die kelners, die waiters. Daar's iets besonders ook aan 'n kelner. En ek sien van hulle stap hier rond en hulle doen ander dingetjies ook, buite net kos hier doen. So, as jy nou so na die kelners kyk en as jy nou iets moet sê vir mense, hoekom 'n mens graag 'n kelner wil wees? Hoekom sou jy sê hoekom sou jy 'n kelner wil wees? Hoekom wil jy mense bedien? Hoekom sal jy iemand wil bedien?
Daar is 'n sekere tipe vreugde daaraan.
Okay. Goed. En saam met die vreugde, is jy nie besig dalk om ook die rol te vervul van wat Jesus graag sou wou gedoen het dalk self nie?
Seker in 'n mate, ja.
Ja, okay. Julle al julle goedjies wat julle bymekaar gekry het, hoe kry julle dit bymekaar? Hoe maak julle om al hierdie goed in 'n span bymekaar te maak? Wat het jy gedoen om dit alles bymekaar te doen?
Maar net 'n bietjie goeie kommunikasie en spanwerk.
Okay. Het mense self gebring, die volonteërs het hulle self bygedra?
Ja, ons het elkeen self bygedra en 'n klein bietjie ietsie hier en 'n ietsie daar en dan het ons dit maar gemaak.
So dit kom uit elkeen se hart uit. En is dit nie wonderlik dat jy nie nodig het om mense te gaan vra nie, maar mense kom spontaan en sê ek bied aan.
Dit is baie wonderlik.
Dankie Ariel, voer die mense, lekker dik vanoggend en dankie dat ons met jou kon praat. Dankie. Hierso by die haarstasie is hierso ook 'n groot ding aan die gang. Jy weet, baie van ons mense wat vandag hier inkom met 'n haarsny baie lank terug gehad en hulle is bereid om hierdie mense deur te vat en vir hulle 'n haarsny te gee. Ons gaan gou hierso met Frik praat en Frik gaan gou met ons net share wat is besig om hier te gebeur. Frik, sê môre daarso vir ons YouTube kykers.
Goeiemôre. Ek hoop dit gaan so goed met julle soos met ons. Lieflike dag, lieflike omstandighede.
En
ons vandag mee help.
En Frik bestuur so 'n bietjie die proses hierso van hoe die mense inkom. Vertel ons net gou hierdie proses, wat maak julle hierso?
Die grootste ding is ons ontmoet die mense basies vir die eerste keer wat hulle by ons kom waar ons begin om hulle hare te sny en hulle hande te was. Julle sal sien die dames doen dit met baie liefde. En die ouens sny verskriklik hare.
Hier kom op.
Okay, soos wat julle kan sien, ons borsel en as ons 'n dametjie kry, dan maak ons seker dat ons hulle hare, hulle hande en hulle naels vir hulle mooi maak. En dan word daar so 'n bietjie Q-tex gedoen. As julle nou Lien sien, ons sukkel haar met so 'n bietjie, sy bederf almal verskriklik baie lekker. En dan gaan ons van daar af, het ons dan 4 spanne vandag. En dan sal jy vir Lisel en vir almal hierso sien. Hier doen ons die haarsny, hier maak ons vir hulle mooi. Hier is die groot verandering wat
Hallo julle.
as hy Sandri, Leonie, Jacques en Pieter. Hallo. Hulle almal sny. Julle moet net so 'n smeltjie gee. En kyk hoe mooi sny ons hare. Ons kan enige hare sny en ons doen dit wonderlik. As hulle hierso opstaan, dan is daar al klaar verskil vir hulle.
Okay.
Van wat met hulle gebeur.
Frik, ons vra gereeld die vraag af as ons nou vir die kykers moet sê, hoekom sal jy vir 'n kyker sê moet hy kom dien? Nie net noodwendig by 'n street charity, maar so buite uit jou gemaksone uit. Hoekom sou jy sê moet ouens kom dien? Wat het jy persoonlik beleef toe jy dit begin doen het?
Dit is Andrew, nou vra jy vir my 'n baie diep saak want jy weet jy dink altyd jy help mense of jy gee R5 of jy doen iets en jy gee vir 'n kerk 10%, maar as jy jou tyd gee, as jy aan hierdie mense raak, die oomblik as jy aan hulle raak, die oomblik as jy saam met hulle meng, is daar karakterverandering in jou. Jy voel die Here in jou, jy voel die Gees in jou. En daai Gees wat jy doen, dra oor na die mense toe. Al doen jy net ietsie klein of vee jy net die vloer of jy weet, dit wat jy doen, is jy selfsugtig mee vir hulle, vir God, nie vir jou nie. Dit's niks vir jou nie. Dis nie hier kan jy jouself wees. Hulle het volgens so mooi gesê, you can be whoever you want to be. En vandag dit is wat hierso is. Jy mag wees, jy mag sag wees. Jy mag na die mense kyk, jy mag jou hart oopmaak en voel wat is hulle pyn en dan vergeet die mense.
Frik, baie dankie. Daai is wonderlike woorde wat jy spreek oor die feit dat dit is wat dit vir jou beteken. As jy iemand moet aanmoedig wat vandag 'n kyker is, wat sal jy vir hom sê moet hy oorweeg om te kom dien?
Ons lewe in so 'n rat. Ons doen alles. Jy staan op, jy moet sekere goeders doen. Jy gaan werk toe, jy moet kinderskool toe vat en alles. As jy hier wegbreek, breek jy weg nie net vir die mense wat jy kom dien nie, jy bedien jouself meer hierso as wat jy hulle dien. Want die Here werk met jou hierso. En jy is uit alles uit. Jy het nie gaan uitkamp nie, jy het nie na bos toe, jy het nie gaan visvang of enigiets nie. As jy hier kom en jy stap hier weg, as jy moeg, maar jy het rus in jou siel. Ek kan nie dit verduidelik nie.
Okay.
Dit is die
Frik, baie dankie. Ek gaan jou nie verder pla nie. Jy het werk om te doen en gaan voort met die wonderlike werk. En die Here bless jou ook vir dit wat jy gedeel het vanoggend met mense om so getuienis te kan hoor van wat in jou lewe gebeur het vandat jy hier dien en gaan voort. Die Here bless jou.
baie dankie.
Dankie Frik.
Dis reg.
Dankie. Ons gaan hier na François toe stap. Ek hoop ons gaan hom hier vind by die kos as hy nog hier rond is. Ja, hierso is François aan die ander kant van die pad. Maar hy moet hier by sy kosstasie kom staan sodat ons net die regte persoon kan identifiseer wat hierdie ouens hierso aan mekaar gesit het. My ou Boeta, we're going to speak a bit in the other language for the viewers. We're live there on YouTube. And what a wonderful morning a year later, but also in our hearts we feel a bit of discomfort for the amount of people that we see outside, which we know we're not going to be able to get to all of them. But besides that, this whole event, you specifically with the food, just share with our viewers what's going on here with the food and a bit of testimony on how this remarkable group, I saw it on your chats,
Yes.
how it just came together and you had everything within a few hours.
Yes. No, Andrew, that's true. I think, you know, every single time that I journey with you guys doing the street showers, it is such an humbling experience. Of, you know, you start off and normally you start talking to us and tell us, listen, you've got so many people in your group, and then you start chatting with them and, you know, you've got all this, I mean, if you look behind us, there's pots and pots of food, mince and pop and everything, and there you are, a nice vegetable, mince, and then we've got the pop, and then you've got a cabbage mixture there. But what is really, really remarkable is, you know, from the word go, when I start asking guys to please participate, you know, in providing these products for us to cook. As Andrew just mentioned, it's not even an hour, and you have everything, from all the kilograms of mince to all the pop and everything. It's just amazing how people just wants to give, and then rocking up today, and from early morning in the dark, you know, everybody just getting into it and getting everything ready, and then that first prayer together this morning again, yes, it humbles me so much that at stages I just have to keep quiet and just stand in His presence and just experience what it's like when you start recognizing Him in people and see people just want to serve because they've got His heart.
Francois, there's a question on my heart regarding community, us, that are involved here today. We see a community that is stretching out their hands, and if I say a community, the spread of what we see here is not from one specific group of people in terms of race, secondly in terms of background, and then I have to also mention in terms of churches. I see here today people of Church Without Walls, KSM. I see people of Lewende Woord. I see people of Free Church and other churches as well. I see them here today. Are we getting it right to show that that's how community should be operating?
Absolutely. And Andrew, the only communal factor that I can get out of all the color, all the denominations, all the different cultures and people is Jesus.
Amen.
These guys are Jesus followers, and they're not living for themselves, but they are living for a community standing out there, and that selflessness, that absolute just servantship, sonship, daughtership is just absolutely wonderful.
Francois, thank you for the road that you constantly walk with Basileia, with the street shower, personally with me as well, and making the hearts of people really touched by events like this. It's an honor to serve with you, and even here you might feel this is not as significant as maybe ministering, but let me share with you, this is as significant as anything else. And thank you for your great effort with your team, and may God bless your hands and your feet where you go with whatever you touch on, that it will just multiply in His kingdom. So thank you very much. Thank you.
It's always been a pleasure, and it will always be a pleasure and a privilege to serve with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For you there on our YouTube, we're going to cancel now and we're going to step off. Thank you for watching, and may you have a marvelous day. Hope to get feedback from you. There's a comments block also. You may put your comments down there, and please share this recording as wide as you can.